Welcome to Friday, day 3. The last couple days, we've had the opportunity to cover both the technical and production side of grass-fed industry and the grass-fed business. We've been able to look at the financial side of things as well as the marketing that we can hopefully take. Okay, thanks.
The problem is that you have an old crowd out there.
Okay, I had no idea whether that was going to work whatsoever. And you had no idea how much I had to bribe those first people to get up front. In fact, I don't even know what I promised them, but I'll probably hear about it later. Now, if you remember yesterday when Dr. Jason Roundtree gave his presentation, do you remember seeing the video? Okay, well, last night I decided that I was fairly intrigued with that video, so I was going to go and I watched it. And I played it a few times. And what you didn't see yesterday, because he basically, just unplug this real quick. What you didn't see yesterday is that there was not only reggae music, like we just all had fun with, but there was also some commentary. And if you remember the title on it, I believe it was Leadership Lessons from the Dancing Guy. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure that you're going to gain any leadership lessons out of watching me, because I'm not even sure what I was doing was dancing. But what he explained in that video had to do with this. He said, first of all, you need a nut. Okay? You need that first person to do something and to do it without any inhibitions. Okay? So you need a nut. Okay? Then after that, you have someone who comes and joins in. But you see, for that first person to join in, it has to be easy enough to follow. Well, what was one of the things that Blaine brought up yesterday in order to get clients and customers? It needs to be convenient, right? It needs to be easy to follow. It needs to be the ability for people to join in and not feel like there's a tremendous amount of work or hindrance or that sort of thing in order to be a part of something. Because really, isn't that what all of us want? We want to be a part of something that we believe in. Okay, so you have this nut, then you have this person that comes in and joins in. Guess what happens? As soon as you have one follower, who does the nut become? A leader. Boy, that's a quick transition, huh? Once they become a leader and they have a follower, and it's still easy, but now you have two people representing it. Okay, you had the initial attraction to that situation, then you get a few more, and a few more, and a few more, and pretty soon you have a group. Okay, you have a small group, which has created some sort of momentum. What happens, and you probably saw this at the end of the video, once you have a large group of people, once you have a critical mass, then what do you have? You have a movement. And we talked yesterday about the ability of this group in which this conference, I think, plays a crucial role. Not the only role, but a crucial role in creating and helping that movement move forward. But you see, before there was ever a movement, what had to happen way back in the beginning? There had to be a nut that did something. Okay, there was action taken. So what does all of this have to do with this here? Well, one observation, first of all, is this organization was lucky enough to basically have two. Okay, so from here on out, if you want to, you can consider Terry Gompert and Mr. Wayne Rasmussen as the original two nuts. There you go. But it's because they had a vision, it's because they took action that made this particular thing happen. Once they took action, then they had some followers, and Wayne mentioned the people that he recruited and that he asked that willingly joined in. And then, of course, there's a bunch of the rest of us that have come along in the future and tried to contribute. And all of you here, whether you're speaking, you have exhibits, whether you're sponsors, whether you're just in attendance, all of those things contribute. Okay, so in addition to that part of it then, we can come to a conference, we can go to a tour, we can do things like that, and we can leave with the attitude that, well, that was nice, I feel a bit energized, and then you get home, and then what? Okay? Have you ever experienced that where you gather a lot of momentum, and then you get home and you kind of get back to the grind, back amongst the atmosphere that you were with before, and you know how the effect gets kind of diluted over time, and it takes either coming back or doing something. Well, that's what I'm going to encourage you to do today, is to identify what that doing something is. Okay? So while I adjust to the fact that I just awkwardly danced in front of 250 people, maybe it was more awkward. It's probably more awkward for you guys than it was for me. But what I want you to do at your tables, remember yesterday how we focused on three things, okay? Who you were, where you're from, why you're here. Well, today I want you to focus on just one thing. And that one thing is I want you to identify and share at your table what's one thing that you're going to do based on what you learned here over the last 2 days. And keep in mind, the learning's not done. We got a whole nother day. Okay, the challenge a lot of times is how do we go into that third day when people have sat for a while, and how do we keep the bar set high or maybe even raise it? And by the way, I think at least half of those people that got up here and did this, I never even asked them. Okay, I asked this guy here, okay, Mr. Roundtree. I asked Blaine over there because who better than someone from Michigan and one of our award winners to get up and display this whole thing? But there was a bunch of you that decided to join in. I don't know, did it look like a good time, or maybe you just like to dance? I don't know, but you joined in and you did something.